this on, then announce the stream, and then we'll get cracking. Just need to announce the live stream on Discord. Copy URL. Oh. Muted by accident. I am not muted. Maybe I'm just quite... Is it... It's defaulted to the wrong mic? Maybe? Bing, bing, bing. I really do not know why it keeps changing my mic like that. Good old Windows, eh? And I want... Bimto! And I think I'll be ready to go. So, Crysis 2. I fired this up briefly a little bit earlier on, just to test that it worked okay. Because the last thing I want is a repeat of the early existential on Wii's, where I go to boot a game and it doesn't work. And then I've made a thumbnail for something that doesn't work. So, achieved with CryEngine 3. I was gonna make a really bad joke along the lines of Devilman CryEngine, but it wasn't actually that funny. So I played a very brief, small portion of the game earlier, but no, don't load into. No. We're starting over from the beginning. What's the point in having a loading bar that fills up 4 times? 5 times? I didn't actually want to load. I wanted to start over from the beginning. Johnny, do something. Hi, Johnny. Ha! Great, thanks. Quit back out. I meant to select new game. No, not... New campaign. Soldier. Let's go. Yeah, subtitles are on. Excellent. So this is Crysis 2. Not to be confused with Crysis 3. Not to be confused with Crysis Warhead. Or Crysis Wars. Or... Crysis... Not to be confused with Far Cry. I've had this one for a few months now. I've been sitting on it. Not actually sitting on it, otherwise the case would be flat. But you know what I mean. I played the original Crysis shortly after it came out. That was the first time I ever built a gaming PC. And the gaming PC I built, to give you an idea of how much of a powerhouse Crysis was back then, the gaming PC I built could play Crysis on medium, but if I stared out over the ocean, the game would crash so hard my PC would blue screen. I was on Vista. And there's a certain point in the first Crysis where, I guess spoilers for the Crysis series, there's aliens in it. There is a segment where you go inside an alien spaceship in the original Crysis. It's in a cave, and you go inside the alien spaceship, and everything's just sort of like frozen and shit, right? And the game would crash consistently unless I switched my settings down to low. So that gives you an idea of how much of a powerhouse the original Crysis was. So as a result of that, it became a sort of running joke when building a PC. It's like, oh, that's all well and good, but can it run Crysis? And Crytek caught wind of this, because the very first achievement you unlock in this game for finishing the prologue is called Can It Run Crysis? I like that they had a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek nod to the game's reputation as a benchmarking tool. So in this game, we're playing as a different protagonist than the first game. I think the first game we might have been called Nomad. I think. My memory's a bit hazy. And we were following a guy around. Oh God, what was his name? Prophet. Following a guy around named Prophet. He was giving us all our orders. Well, since the first Crysis and this game, it turns out that there's something or other, aliens are infected and they're actually spreading diseases to humans. And people who are wearing these super nanosuits are spreading these diseases, which isn't good either. And Mr. Prophet is is going to be doing some weird Jacob's Ladder like shit with us throughout this game. But outside of that, I know nothing else about Crysis 2. Just what I picked up in the first sort of 15 to 20 minutes testing it earlier. I got my nano suit. I did a couple of fights and stealth sections. I thought, yeah, this is nice. If I play any more, I won't want to play any more of it. At which point, I made the thumbnail and decided to make this today's stream game. Because I've been curious about this. I've been curious about this for the longest time. When it came out, I never really touched it, because I had a bad experience with the original Crysis not working, right? I bought a box set. You could get Crysis Warhead, which is the game where you play as Psycho, who's the best character. Crysis Wars, and it was another Crysis of some description, and they were all in one pack. And I bought that back in the day, and even when I had a proper gaming machine years later, it still ran Crysis like shit. So I gave up on Crysis. Then Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 came out, and it's like, oh, now they're on console. And now Crysis 1 is on Xbox Live Arcade. It's just... So what was the point in building a super gaming machine to play Crysis? But then again, I built a super gaming machine to play Control, and, you know, you can play Control just as nicely on an Xbox One or a PS4. Controversial, this year's COD seems like it will be about 9/11. I saw that rumor. Now, obviously, unsubstantiated rumor, but let's face it, COD is losing relevance, and people are going to be extra critical of COD now that it's in Microsoft's hands. So COD needs to do something like tackle 9/11 in order to be relevant again. So I understand, like, the reasoning why they would do that. I thought it was only like 3 Crysis games. So there's Crysis, Crysis 2, Crysis 3, Crysis Warhead, Crysis... Oh, what the fuck is it called? And Crysis Wars. Crysis... As soon as I see it, I'll go, oh, yes. Crysis Collection. all it will show me is the trilogy, and it's not the trilogy I'm asking for. Crysis Collection PC 2000 and let's go 2010. Okay, I'm not going to find it that way. Reject all. Crysis. Oh, Enon Zur. I'm familiar with that musician. He's done other stuff that's come up on my channel. In there. It's all automatic. I don't have to do anything in this scene. Oh, Wikipedia, Crysis, French. You know what? GameFAQs. GameFAQs will tell me. Right. Okay. There isn't a third one. So it's Crysis, Crysis Warhead, and Crysis Wars. Then they released a Crysis Maximum Edition for PC, which was Crysis, Crysis Warhead, and Crysis Wars together in one package. That's the one I bought. That was in 2009. Then Crysis 2, Crysis 3, then a remastered trilogy of Crysis 1, 2, and 3 for modern platforms. And there is an alleged Crysis 4 in development. So I guess there's 3, 4, 5 games. And one of them is a strategy game as opposed to a first-person shooter. That one's Crysis Wars, and then I need to put this can somewhere where it's not in the way of the screen. On top of the Wii U. Wouldn't it be more fun to actually play this sequence? There are a couple of things I would like to say about the game's visuals once we get back into gameplay. The short of it is, I think this game is a very good-looking game. Especially for the time. What was this, 2011? 2011. For 2011, this is a very, very good-looking game. Late Xbox 360, you know. Late Xbox 360, late PS3. Really pushing what can be done on what was, at that point, very old hardware. You know, the Xbox 360 came out in 2005. If there's any one thing I can say about video game consoles that isn't true about PC, it's that these limitations that are brought upon developers by the consoles being old and there not being necessarily a hardware refresh means that they actually have to get very good at working within the confines and limitations of the platform, and that creates a better game. And also, art is created through adversity. It's created through working around limitations and restrictions. So you get games like Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 that look absolutely stunning on the Xbox 360. I don't think video games have got particularly better, like, since the late Xbox 360 era. I mean, games have technically gotten better. Graphics have gotten better, processing speeds have gotten better, SSDs being the standard means that game loading times have gotten faster. Like, games have technically gotten better, but I feel like in terms of game creativity, the Xbox 360 era and PS3 era, that is peak. That is peak for me, and that's why I always like going back to Xbox 360 or Wii, because these games are always 100, 200, 300, 400 times more interesting than something that's completely brand new, that's, you know, some company put millions of dollars into its production and, you know, marketed it from left to right, backwards, sideways. I actually wonder what Sony was thinking with the Boomerang PS3 controller. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, I'm a stickler for unaligned sticks. Like, PlayStation controllers are fine. I will play with a PlayStation controller because I have to play with a PlayStation controller, but aligned sticks piss me off. My sticks have to be unaligned. That's what feels comfortable to me. So, Prophet got infected with the alien disease. The nanosuit exacerbated the infection. So he's got to use his evoker, take himself out. And he remembered that I got the dog tags from here. Okay. And I guess we're now going to fulfill his job of finding and protecting this this scientist. Please. Thank you. We got to find some scientist, this Dr. Gould. But he's going to be in contact with us shortly on the intercom. Which is fine. Such a nice looking game. Now, there's a lot of magic being done to make this run as well as it does. The motion blur is hiding a lot of the mistakes and errors when you turn the camera left and right. And there is a great deal of level of distance going on when we get to the outside scenes that is immediately noticeable when you're like looking at background, like buildings in the distance, so you don't really notice it. But yeah, there is a lot of magic being done here. The game wants me to do a long jump there, but I want to prove that I don't have to do a long jump there. So I'm trying to run across the eye bars instead. I know it's foolish. I'm going to try it one more time. So I want to show the game I'm not its bitch. Nope, I'm going to have to do it the way the game wants. Lame. Whee! Oh, fuck. How many more bits are we getting from PS4 to PS5? I stopped trying to follow the bits. Like, I feel bits are never really a good indicator of like a game's quality. Because more goes into a game's quality than just like the amount of bits the hardware runs on. I couldn't possibly tell you. I would expect that we haven't really gone beyond 128. Because hardware has not gotten like any more clever. It's just gotten a little bit more powerful. Like there comes a point where, you know, you want to start a fire, so you've got a lighter, right? and you could start a fire with a lighter, and then you want to make a bigger fire, you just chuck more fuel at it, right? So you put more stuff on the ground to burn. You're not using a better lighter to start that fire. It's still a lighter. And then the fuel is just more powerful. That's what it feels like to me. Like, it feels like instead of using a more powerful lighter, they're just throwing more fuel at their already existing method of starting a fire. If that makes any sense. Okay. You want to come up from there? I'm surprised that worked. The way I see it, video games aren't going to get any more impressive than they basically are now. And I feel like video games aren't really going to get any more impressive than, you know, how they were at the end of the 360 era. But you know, my opinion is going to completely change when V comes out, right? You know, at which point I'm going to be like, oh yeah, no, modern video games are great, and we should always be um, should always be trying to develop more powerful technology. You know, I'm going to be like that. Still enjoying modern 2D indie games, 8 to 16-bit style games. Yeah. So where modern games are just gonna continue to be intensely boring, indie games are gonna be the saving grace in like this era. This era coming up now, indies are what it's all gonna be about. You know, all the time people are putting millions of dollars into their big story driven narrative games that last like 4.5 hours. All the time that they are putting that kind of money and effort into making something that, you know, plods along and you press X twice. It's not going to be sustainable. Oh! I'm kind of sad that the cover art for the upcoming physical release of Cat Quest 3 doesn't say Cat Quest 3 Pirates of the Caribbean, like the trailer said. Limited run games. Can't you get this right? No, I'm kidding. I love you. Continue sending me game keys. I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Nothing around here. I would have put like some sort of secret collectible or something back here. This game really is intensely pretty. Right, anything beyond here I have not seen. By the way, what I'm talking about with the buildings, right? It's kind of hard to explain, but as I turn, you see like the shadows change? Because buildings are getting culled in, and then the shadows are getting culled in. Like, there's a lot of that sort of trickery going on to make this game run at a decent frame rate on Xbox 360. I mean, it's questionable if this is a decent frame rate, because it's very ploddy. The game hasn't told me about grenades yet. So I don't know if I get it. I've got a lean, like in Medal of Honor. Nice. Combat is very satisfying, but at the moment it's very simple, and I'm hoping that they throw some spanners in the works. Give me some enemies that are a bit more intelligent to deal with. But so far, really loving the way the shooting feels. I had to switch from my bootleg Xbox 360 controller because I guess what's called the dead zones on the sticks aren't very good. Like, you turn a stick and you're already going 3/4 of the way in one direction. So I had to switch to a standard wired Xbox 360 controller for a bit more sort of stick range. But it's much better now. So this operates a little bit differently than how I remember the original Crysis. I remember having to select something that I wanted to activate on the suit, and then I would have that power for a certain amount of time. Like, I would put points into my physical strength, and then for a while my punches would be stronger. That's how I remember it working, but like, it doesn't seem to work that way in Crysis 2. And from what I understand, it doesn't work that way in the Xbox Live Arcade version of Crysis, because that's based on this engine, from what I understand. They ported the game forwards to the Crysis 2 engine. Season 3 has just been released for Fortnite, and it already said that Season 4 will be yet another Marvel season. Oh, that's how they're going to get me back, isn't it? They're going to get me to play this season because it's, Wasteland themed. like Mad Max-ish, and then they're gonna get me to play the next season because it's Marvel. That's how they're gonna get me back. That's how they're gonna get me back to Fortnite, isn't it? That we've got a Toga skin, we've got a Shigaraki skin. Oh man, it's just not fair. Don't see him now. The guy that was shooting at me. It's under there. These enemies are particularly good at hiding. Okay, I said I wanted more intelligent enemies. I got him. Yeah, here we go. This is more like it. This is what I'm thinking about. Where there's like several enemies in a big open area and you have to scope it out and get a feel for where they all are and what your method of attack is going to be. If you're going to draw them out somehow, or if you're just going to do what I do and take out as many as possible. I can... Oh, okay. I didn't realize I could just get in one of their vehicles and just start driving. Ha 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 ha! Oh, shit. Well, that was dumb. Donald Mustard left because he hated seeing his team move and needing to move away from live events, having been playing since the whole Brie Larson paradigm thing happened. That I remember that season not being particularly good, but I also remember liking Brie Larson's character by the end of it, which I was not expecting. It's another one down. Ah. Yeah, Brie Larson supposed to be like another character in Fortnite. Sort of makes sense because they were sort of leaning towards something else with the story. They really did fuck that game's just like entire story up. I tried to be excited for it, but I just kind of lost interest over time. And then when they started doing the like mythical Greek season, I was like, nah, this isn't for me. Now they're doing a Wasteland season, and it's like, this is for me. Supply ammunition. I might not have to fight that many people. I might just be able to sneak my way out. Probably a bit safer. This is a nice looking game, but boy, is the frame rate suffering. What's throwing me off is that that vehicle shows up as an enemy on the radar, even though there's nobody in the vehicle. You know what? That's fair. I didn't watch any of this season's cinematics though. I've stayed away altogether. But this Wasteland season that's just started, they're gonna they're gonna drag me back. I just know it. I'm not gonna be able to resist that power armor. The Magneto Mythic looks good. What I'm trying to figure out is how they saw me over that wall. I didn't do anything particularly noisy. I was kind of hoping there'd be like a collectible dog tag or something over there. He doesn't know where I am. What? Why did he? What killed him? He just ran around here and died. You saw that? Weird. I'm very confused. I do have this on Steam. I wonder how that version compares. I expect it would look a little nicer. Probably run at full 60. Airlock. Kill, kill, kill. There's a new game called Grey Zone where there is a bug that kills players at random times. That would be the most annoying game mechanic if it were deliberate. Roboteers, stand by. Pretty. Escape the battery park evacuations. Over battery park. Oh. What am I looking at? Go out and play. No. I stay indoors. I know there is so much trickery going on, and yet this looks fantastic. It's the same missing people as the other one. They're also very grainy. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Shoot the head off the statue. How much more can I do to that statue? Nothing else. Don't mess with the samurai. Beyond in the moon. Yeah, about those Marines. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. The Marines are dead. But the good news is, one of the Marines has survived. I've stuffed him in my suit, and I've shot myself. Oh no. Oh shit. What did I think would happen if I kept kicking a car? Is that going to explode? Or am I safe to go in for another kick? Whoa. We're safe. They not explode. Oh, shit. Woo! That was very satisfying. Aha! Time for looting. Oh, but there's nothing left to loot. Collectible. Ah, souvenir. Ah, we've unlocked the armor now. I remember seeing somewhere that the Red Cross mini games was removed by request due to a certain company or country actually owning that symbol. So the Red Cross is a charity organization that bullies people into not using Red Crosses in their video games. And also, they might do some humanitarian work, but most of what they do is bullying people who are using Red Crosses in their video games. That's kind of what they do every day, and then they might actually help a couple of people who need it every now and then as a sort of like nice thing. on top of all the people they sue. As you can tell, I have a very negative opinion of them. I'm sure they do a lot of good stuff for people who need help. They also pick on video games for having red crosses in them. If I make a video game, I will have a red cross in it for as long as I can get away with it. For as long as I'm allowed to get away with it, I will get away with it. Once they start threatening to sue me, I might have to remove them. I don't think the use of a red cross in a video game is going to trivialize the work that the Red Cross do. And I don't think it's going to make people think, wow, the actual Red Cross organization approve this video game. No, no, no. To think that way is stupid. Red Crosses in video games. Let's normalize this again. Well, it should be used as a "let me help you, you're hurt" symbol, but oh no. So they want people to be clueless. Some hospitals used it back in the day. Right. There's a Medal of Honor game. Medal of Honor European Assault. The game's collectibles are floating red crosses for the health. You know, not once did I think, wow, the Red Cross must have approved of this. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Has anyone actually tried fighting them in court? Not that I'm aware of. I don't suppose anybody is brave enough to. Shit. Got my ass handed to me. I got bullied harder than an indie video game dev using the Red Cross. Let's try it this way. I might not even have to engage. Oh, that enemy is above me. It's alright. I get a good distance with the cloak if I'm in crouch. Gunfire coming from. Right. Getting somewhere now. It's up there on the wall. See him? The other one's up on the wall too, I think. I can't see him on my radar. Okay, safe. Better stay off Twitter until June 10th. Showcase leaks are beginning to pop up. Dokevi, Dokevi, Dokevi. It's gonna be special. Ninja. Where's that gunfire coming from? Son of a beep beep gun! Headshots. Kill 4 enemies in a row with headshots. Completely accidental, by the way. But okay. I'll take that. That was neatly done. They're saying take the sewers, it's safer, right? What if I don't want to take the sewers? ERB, it won't happen, but what if the KV gets cancelled? It's a situation I don't want to consider, but I mean, it could happen. It could happen. The funny but sad answer is put me on suicide watch. But the actual answer would probably be along the lines of put me on suicide watch. Oh, I took them both out with one blast. What's the size of the Dirk V team? I do not know. Maybe about 100 people, maybe? 150 people? I don't actually know. They've been very sort of quiet about the development of Dirk V. I feel like... So, initially Dirk V was pitched as like this multiplayer title. Then Pearl Abyss, noticing that, you know, there's a big market for single-player games, said, right, we'll take this game and turn it into a single-player game. They'd already shown it off as a multiplayer game with intention to release it within, like, 2 years of the reveal. Then they changed what kind of game it was, and essentially development got pushed back again. And then because, what is it, Crimson Desert was such a big thing for them. It's a big money maker, their MMO. It's been a case of, oh, development on Doke V will resume once Crimson Desert is out. But I feel like Crimson Desert keeps getting delayed. So it feels like we'll never get Doke V. But there was something recently, I'm not sure if it was an investor's call or something like that, but there was something recently where Doke V was mentioned, and it was a positive. Can't remember the exact details, but there's the Dokeverse on YouTube, which is just this one guy that eats, sleeps, and shits Doke V. And he was talking about it. Something about it being mentioned recently in regards to something like. Let me kill him. Um, how do I activate nano vision? Ah, whoa, that's bright. I'm freaking myself out with that turned on. Like, it would appear I can't attack these things. Oh. I can. Apparently you can stealth kill the bugs. Cracker. Cracker. Kill at least 3 enemies with a single grenade. Yeah, but they're just bugs, aren't they? It's not as impressive as it sounds. These count as stealth kills, yeah? Yes. So I could, in theory, like, grind the achievement for that here. I'm jealous of the pre-order bonuses some countries got for Thousand Year Door. Yeah, I saw that set that was posted on the Discord. That looked crazy. That massive theater set. But I quite like the Goombet keychain. It's alright. Prophet's dead. Don't need to shoot him. It's already dead. That was a big level, though. Like, the game didn't have to load, like, with a loading screen from, like, when Prophet shot himself. So, it's crazy how long that went on for. Ah, he couldn't take the fame. Said I was to blame. What a way to go, though. Pizza. 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 Pizza shit. Gonna regret not keeping my pistol, I'm sure. Okay. Oh boy! Rockets. Give me a soda. I said, give me a soda. Oh shit, it's one of them things out of the Matrix. I remember them in the first Crysis. Stab blasting, and then I stab blasting. Watch my ass. Man, I would have loved this back in the day. Oh, why'd I pass up on this one? Oh, weapon customization is back. No way, they brought weapon customization back. Oh! This is really fucking solid. Oh, there we go. Wondered how long it would take. I had mackerel today. And I know mackerel repeats on me. So I was wondering how long it would take before the mackerel would repeat on me. And it's about 2 hours. Right. They want me to go over there. So I'm going to have a look around here. Okay, a car just driving randomly. Very concerning. Oh no, my marker is up. Okay, so I want to have a look at what is around here. This is the optional room. They're throwing grenades down there because they think I'm still there. Don't request backup. That's boring. Shit! This is so tense. I know I say this a lot on this channel. I know I say this a lot during 360 Degrees and Existential on Wii, but I am kicking myself for not playing this one back in the day. I'll shoot through that grating. I'm gonna turn on the light. There we go. It's a bit better. The only problem with live streaming this sort of time of day during the summer is it stays light forever, and then the light level plunges. Where's my mission marker then? Oh, it's ground level. No, no, no. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. It's been a heat wave all week. But it's starting to get colder now. It's been like that here as well. Get a good view of who's down here altogether. You? You? You're a dead body. There's multiple ways down. You can take that internal staircase, or you can drop down on the rooftops. You've got options. Knew that was going to happen. They don't know where I am. Ha 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 ha. It's gonna cost all of my energy. Gonna have to get straight behind cover. We're under attack. Don't be so scared. You were trained for this. Oh, fuck. I'm in trouble now. Let's take the sewer for a little while. It's just as valid a tactic as anything else. What's something I can attack with from a distance? Right. Problem is, even here, the area is crawling with enemies. This is scary. I've come to the realization that I can't fight everyone. That perhaps sneaking past is a better shout. This is very clever. I don't like stealth games, but they've managed to find a way to get me playing their stealth game. someone behind me? Blair. Blair, Blair, Blair. I stealth killed that fucking son of a bitch. I stealth killed that son of a bitch. I seen it. I seen it. I still killed that son of a bitch. Oh, hey, stealth scarab. Check it out. I didn't see that last time. Okay. This kind of reminds me of that disaster report game I played in like 2020. The one that was like delayed 1 billion times. And then finally came out and it wasn't very good. I think it's because everything's all destroyed. I'm getting that vibe. Where was I getting shot from? I see him. Fuck. He just teleported up there. Took out the rooftop sob. That's one thing. The rooftop sob. The rooftop son of a bitch. Right. That's a new guard because he's not been marked yet. Getting shot from behind again. Where'd you fucking come from? Fucking son of a bitch! Where's the piss on his corpse button? I think what I dislike about this the most is, like, how it just spawns more guards. Like, it won't let you do a Scorched Earth style kill everybody. Because it will just spawn more guards. There should be a limited number of guards. You should be allowed to be stealthy if you want. You should be allowed to shoot everybody if you want. Right, so what was by that corpse? Wasn't actually anything there. Okay, great. That's someone who claims they could see me. That's kind of bullshit. Alright, take care, Jacob. We've decided to spawn a few more guards. Look at this build-up of enemies now. One thing that would make this game's stealth mechanics just a little bit better is like a Metal Gear Solid style view cone. I know that might make the game too easy, but it would make the game a whole lot more lenient, welcoming. You know, this area is swarming. This area is fucking swarming. Pick up jaw. Nanosuit asshole, hey? I think they're talking about me. Soundtrack's pretty good. Oh no, they spat at me. I feel like doing a Crysis tier list. Ooh, lovely. So it was no good. You had me come all the way here for something that was useless. Oh. Ah. Couldn't go out through there before. Let me guess. Time to fight a helicopter? Time to fight one of them big Matrix aliens? Time to fight... Oh! Space pirates from Metroid. What? 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 Oh, I actually managed to kill it. Halfway off a cliff. Ah, this is how we unlock our abilities then. Oh, I got points. Highlights incoming bullet paths. Reduces drain speed of energy in armor mode. Assimilate alien tissue and crush. Oh, that's how we get our upgrades. Ah, yellow is something I can pick up. Right. Blue is an indicator of where I need to go. Right. It's only taken, 2 hours of playing this to understand what the HUD elements mean. I really like this. I think this is an extremely solid shooter, and I really should have played this when it came out, because I think I would have... I think this would have gelled with me. Fancy gun, yeah, I can, oh, wrong menu. Can even switch things on it. So, silencer off, silencer on. Iron sights, laser sight. Don't have any of the middle upgrades yet. When I find a gun out there with a mod on it, once I pick it up, I can use its upgrade. I think that's how it works. What was the Crocodile Detective game you played? That was... bear with me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Grok the Investigator. And yeah, that's a solid indie. Nice mixture of beat 'em up and point and click adventure game. And there's now co-op. You can play through the entire game in co-op, which doesn't really serve a practical use. Found an indie game of cat detective called Black Sad. Yes, I have that in my Steam library. I just haven't played it. It really is time we brought back Overstimulated as well. Because there is so much in my Steam library that just, you know... I could do with even giving just a single play. They're definitely more focused on the aliens than me. That's really not that helpful. It's two of them now. Do I automatically assimilate the flesh? Yes, I do. I think. Yeah, I think I automatically assimilate the flesh. Yeah. Couldn't hurt to bring Overstimulated back. Yeah. So if I press back now, no, I don't have Nano Catalyst. So I do have to absorb it. I absorbed it then. Maybe I didn't kill that enemy last time. I'll go that way. Ah, it does flash on screen when I've collected it. Okay. The aliens take a lot of killing, though. It's okay. If they keep coming to me, I can keep refreshing my... Oh. The ammo replenish is limited. Fuck. They spent a long time making this really grounded, and now the aliens are in, I'm like, oh, I'm bored. As soon as they brought in the aliens, I'm like, I'm bored now. That doesn't sound very good. Can't see very well under them. This is really solid. Yeah. Really, really kicking myself over not playing this back in the day. I mean, I've had this in my Steam library for absolutely forever. We get to the lab. Oh, I've had to move on. It's always the way with these sorts of games. So that was another entire, like, huge map. These areas are fucking humongous. Shinoda. Styles beyond. For man. Looks like I can only have one of each type equipped at a time. So I can have Armor Enhance, Nano Recharge, or Deflection. I can have Threat Tracer, Proximity Alarm, or Cloak Tracer. I see. God help us. God ain't helping you. Look at you. You can't help yourself. Coffee. It's now another nice, serious, dark area. The visor that's too useless. I want to get back outside. Yeah. Oh, isn't it so pretty? Oh, isn't this game so pretty? Damn. What? So, so voice one, the lady, someone at the back of the office with a microphone the other side of the office, half-heartedly doing the lines. Voice B, the guy, really filleting the mic. No, you listen here. You don't know. Just the juxtaposition of these two. Bruh. Those are the villains. I've got nothing to worry about. Shit. That's what you get for fucking with me. Stealth Scarab. Oh, Marshall. That's the shotgun. It doesn't have any new attachments, so I'm not picking it up. If it has new attachments, I'll grab it. Flickery holograms. Like when the character portraits appear in the top left during cutscenes. Ranged Scar. Wow, he sure took a lot of bullets, didn't he? I can't wait to see the new horror movie Longlegs with Nicolas Cage. Longlegs. Is his name Daddy? Is he Daddy Longlegs? Daddy Longlegs. We gotta speed it up, man. The subtitle said we gotta speed it up, brah. The voice actor was too embarrassed to say brah. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have sight of profit. No, you don't. They're shooting me through the train track. They're shooting me through a physical object. Oh, I see why. Because he's got, like, a mounted gun. Watching the enemies just, like, get stuck. It would be a nice short to do a react to the trailer. Maybe, maybe. What's the Spanish name for the Sonic Night game? The stream title makes it abundantly clear. Don't ask me to say it. It's a meme that people come into a live stream when you're playing Sonic and the Black Knight and they ask you to say the game's name in Spanish. And why would they ask you to say it in Spanish? Because the Spanish word for black, when pronounced incorrectly, can sound like something else. Something a white person such as myself would have no right to say. I do speak Spanish fluently. Well, there you go. You know exactly why you don't want me to... You know exactly why I don't want to say the name of the game in Spanish. Oh, I was expecting to grab the gun, but okay, apparently I could drive this. That's even better. Woo! Did I just hear the Amogus noise as part of this game's background sound? So I don't have any grenades. That's so embarrassing. I forgot the word for night, though. Yeah, I can't remember the word for night, but I can remember the word for black. Kind of hard to forget that one. Yeah. I'll give this checkpoint 2 more tries. If I fail on this checkpoint 2 more times, then I'll call it here. They got eyes on profit, apparently. Not even visible right now. I swear I hear the Amogus sound in this game's backing track. He's having a little dance. He's having a little... Oh, 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 oh. Oh, he stopped dancing. Oh, nailed it that time. Kind of hoping for some big open areas. Like the first Crysis, but it's been fairly linear so far. Not that linear is particularly bad, it's just... You kind of miss the areas that felt like the Far Cry games. Where you got like a big wide open area and you got to pinpoint where all the enemies are. Evil dies tonight. Oh, really getting to grips with this now. One, two, three. That looks very flammable. I see him. I'll run towards him. The guy that took out the whole of Cobalt's section. I'll run towards him. I'll beat him to a pulp. That'll make him real chatty. Fucking hell. What is what? Isn't like the word for night like something like Caballero. Something like that. Caballero. Caballeros. Like, I wouldn't know how you pronounce it, but like 2 L's. Oh, that's that's some dumug. Mm. Sandstorm. In Manhattan Island. This game. Whew. Yeah, this is like everything I look for in a modern shooter. It's like everything I look for in a modern shooter. Good mechanics, pretty game, cohesive art style and direction, emphatic music, solid gunplay, peak and lean. Oh, can't grab that. Okay. Even though I can definitely reach that, I can't grab that. Okay. That's one. I see the dust has settled. So, tactical option number one, observe. Go take a look at that. Let's observe. Some ammo here. Oh, grenades, finally. Right. Weak spot head. I know. Is he on a rooftop? It's behind this pillar. Great, they're going to send more guards this way. I don't really want to have to deal with that. Is it en route and not en route? Aha! See, if things are en route, then it should be a route, not a route. Come on, people, you know these things. It's escape route British, not escape route British. Know what I'm saying? Far Cry 5 has this massive, like, map editor, right? There is a built-in map that is very similar to, like, the areas in this game. Like, lots of sewers and, like, buildings with, like, vines all overgrown over them and shit. Who saw me? This fucker. You become my enemy, you get your head splattered. Really is that simple? You yell, he's here, I've seen him. I have no choice but to silence you. It's only fair. It's where a lot of this game, is spent crawling in the dark, looking for the answers. Coming up to 10:30. I suspect this chapter is done when I get to the lab, so we'll get to the lab and then call it a day. Fuck. Figured as much. Which way is this way? Oh, right. The blue. Yes, so this game did have online multiplayer. Um, I suspect you can't play it online now. I don't know if that's true or not. You might be able to, because this is backward compatible on Xbox Series, I'm fairly sure. The speeding ticket received. I'll screw you. I suspect that the servers are still up for this. That Crysis 4 that's in development, I wonder if it's going to have a Battle Royale mode. Like the structure damage, like all the cosmetic shit you can do, the environment, completely useless from a gameplay point of view, but I love just seeing chunks get taken out of stuff. Whoops. Oh, those rockets can kill me in one shot. Okay. Pick up C4. Oh no. We're gonna have to, while in stealth, plant C4 charges. That is crazy. Why is he backing away? How does he know I'm here? How did he know I was there? Come on. They want me to get there and use C4 charges. but then the NPC drives away when they shouldn't know I'm there, and then I get shot before I've even had a chance to use this. I mean, like, huh? And that's not even attached. He shouldn't be backing away. Him backing away when I get close is very sus. Excuse me, I have the armor equipped. This bit straight up sucks. I shot like 600 missiles at him, right? That should, in theory, kill him. No, it has to be done this very specific way with NPCs that can somehow back away from me. Even though I'm meant to be invisible. I'm gonna have a look and see if there's another path. Do you reckon if I drive this, they'll think I'm one of them? No. But for some reason, this counts as a tactical option. Okay, cool. Fuck me dead. There we go. I had a feeling that would be the end of the mission.
I'm heading out to this apartment and old girlfriend that it's not far. You can meet me there, but I left this on my database at the lab.
I like how the game started at 9 a.m. We've been streaming for 2 hours, and we're 2 hours ahead in the story. This is good. I like this. It's really solid. Oh. I was about to say that's a short game. No. I was like, wow, we're halfway through. No. Ah, there's one in each stage. Oh, I can move the camera in the menus. Someone's a Masahiro Sakurai fan. Well, I really enjoyed that. And that's definitely got me thinking about a Crysis tier list at some point. Oh. But for now, I'm quite tired. It's coming up to 11 o'clock. I'm going to go. But thank you very much for joining me. So, Existential on Wii tomorrow. We'll be looking at Sonic and the Black Knight. I think I have a Just Office camera. I do. We'll be looking at Sonic and the Black Knight. So please, come check that out. It's going to be great. And the game's name in Spanish is not in the manual. Apparently I've got quick start in Swedish and Finnish. Alright. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye-bye.